Hello everyone. I, Rashmi Krishnan, and Jason Changwei are going to give a final presentation on how we tried to find attacks in Ninja Shop. Today we will cover a summary of vulnerabilities that we found, how did we find these attacks, and what were the attack results. So this is a list of vulnerabilities that we found ranging from high severity level to low severity level. We found a couple of cross-site scripting, one reflected excesses and one stored excesses. We found a couple of cross-site request forgery attacks, one clickjacking, one SQL disclosure, one non-SSL form, one cross-site script inclusion, one cookie vulnerability, etc. So in this particular presentation, we'll be covering just a few of these vulnerabilities that we found and the remediation for these vulnerabilities. The first attack that we found was the reflected excesses or simply excesses. We tried exploiting each of the form input fields on the web page, and we found one such vulnerability in advanced search input field. This particular field had no sanitization, it did not escape special characters, did not escape double quotes. So we were able to inject this particular value wherein we simply end the input tag with double quotes and greater than sign and start a new tag. So this way we were able to alert the document.cookie. An attacker could simply just post cookie to a particular website using this particular exploit. The remediation would be to sanitize inputs. Either you escape all special characters or HTML encode each of these special characters. The second exploit that we found was stored XSS, and this is not pretty common in all websites. We tried finding pages wherein data was visible to all users. We found one such instance, and that is write a review page. Even though this particular field had some kind of validation, but that was only on the length of string. And even though it says that HTML tags are not allowed, it didn't have any sanitization for it. So by injecting this particular value, we were able to alert the document.cookie. The remediation would be to either escape special characters or HTML encode special characters. The third attack that we found was clickjacking. We were able to embed an iframe with source of Ninja Shop. Not only that, we were able to log in through the iframe. So this is a pretty serious kind of attack. The remediation would be to use Xframe options. The fourth kind of attack that we found was SQL disclosure. We tried this on the basic login form. We tried inputting email and password as the standard SQL injection attack vectors, and we got this error which said that you have some kind of SQL syntax error. Not only that, it also displayed the schema of the customers table, wherein it displayed all the particular fields of that table. This is pretty important information. The remediation for this would be just display a standard error message which says that there is some kind of SQL injection or some kind of SQL syntax error. That's about it. The fifth attack that we found was a couple of CSRF attacks, which included modifying address, modifying quantity in cart, modifying shipping address, automatically submitting order on behalf of the user. This way we could carry out an end-to-end checkout process. It's a pretty serious kind of attack. The remediation for this would be using HMAC of session token and adding it as a hidden value to the form tag, or simply use refer header check. The sixth bug that we found was non-SSL form, as the name suggests the username and password were being sent in clear. The remediation would be to transmit all this kind of data, that is user sensitive data, over SSL. The seventh bug that we found was that the certificate was self-signed. An attacker finds it very easy to fake or forge a certificate, so it's recommended to have a certificate which is signed by a trusted authority. The eighth attack that we found was cookie vulnerability. As you can see from the diagram, ZenID, which is a user cookie, is being sent in the clear. HTTP only is not set, and security field is not set as well. So this way an attacker or a network attacker can easily sniff out the cookie because it's not being sent over SSL, and a web attacker can just perform a XSS of some sort to get document.cookie or even set document.cookie. So the remediation for this would be set HTTP only and security for a cookie. So that was not an exhaustive list of all the vulnerabilities that we found, but a few of them. If you have any questions regarding any of the vulnerabilities, please feel free to shoot us an email. Thank you.